the way to a professional chess player, I'm sure that there is a milestone that every chess player wanna reach, and it's a 2000 rating on chess.com. 2000 rating is not a really high rating, that everyone have to write all day or have to study chess all the day to reach it. But it's not the rating that everyone wants and can still have it. It's not the rating that you can reach it in a few months of learning chess. And today, in this video, I will show you my thinking of the game and how I convert the game, how I play, and I will explain every chess move for you so that you can reach 1000 below on chess.com. Hey guys, welcome back to my videos, and I'm Daniel Nguyen, and today I'm going to show you a game that bring me back to 2000 rating on chess.com again. So let's move into the game. So the game here start with e4 and then e5, knight f3, and now d6, which is called the FIDE defense. So in this position, I want to immediately open the center with the move d4. So I go for that d4 and he take with the pawn. I take back with my knight. Now he played knight to f6. Attack my pawn on e4. Now I got a lot of moves to defend the pawns. I can have bishop d3. I can have knight to c3, or even pawn to f3. But in this position, I play knight to c3, which is developing the knight. Sorry, developing the knight naturally. And now he play bishop e7, open up the space for the king to go for the castle. Bishop c4 was played, develop the pieces, castle, and now a castle. He played knight to c6, putting pressure on the center, and maybe he can jump the knight for e5. So now I develop my bishop to e3. So now why this is not a best move? Because I forgot that somehow in the game, black can have knight g4, which is protected by the bishop on this edge, and that's why my queen cannot take. And he plays the knight move with a tempo to attack my bishop, so that's why. Now the best move for black is to play knight g4, hitting my bishop. So that's my bishop have to move maybe to f4 like that. And I don't really like this position because they have bishop to f6, putting pressure on the knight. Just like that. And I can take like that. It is still okay for black, because black has the counterplay on the center d5. Back to the game, my opponent did not play knight to g4. Instead of that, he played knight to e5, attack my bishop on the light square. And now, if you look into the position, you can see that my bishop have two reasonable square to move. It is b3 and this is e2. So now, that as I said in the game, I forgot with the move knight g4. So that's why I play bishop to b3, which is an inaccurate move, because the engine like to play bishop to e2, which prevent the knight from going to the g4 square. So I play bishop to b3. So now, if you play in 2000 level, do not play the opening just to go to the theory. You play the opening to know about the middle game, to plan your game in the middle game. So that's why you play the opening and you actually know how your middle game is going to happen, how it's going to happen, and how you will convert your position in the opening into the middle game that can have exactly set up that you that's the same as your imagination. So that's why. So now, in the opening, I want to go for the kingside attack. So that's why I keep my bishop on b3, not to play the bishop on e2. I keep a bishop here, which is pin the pawn on f7 to the king. So that's why I want to attack on the king side. So this position, he played c6, which is a mistake, because now this is the idea to support the pawn to go to d5. But always the best move for black is also maybe like that. It's also the best move for black. And maybe c5 to kick the knight is, that this move is really strong because this is, that is a positive move. And if you play some c6 is really negative, play is just play confident. Play c6, and now I play a3, and now I saw that the knight can jump to g4. That's why I play a3, quick prevent the knight from jumping to g4 and open the door for my king to escape to a2, to to stop background checkmate in the future. And now my opponent did a mistake, that is go for a6, which is a mistake, which allow me to play queen to e2, just like that. And now if my opponent plays c5, I just got knight to f3, offer a trade, and then I will dominate this square on d5 with the move rook to d1. Now this square is my strong square in the game. Black also have the strong square in d4, but it is really hard to put pressure on the d4 square because my pieces are controlling this square. So that's why, but his pieces are not controlling the d5 square enough to stop my pieces from going there. So back to the game, I did not play queen to e2. Instead of that, I immediately put f4 to attack the knight first, because I realized that okay, you have to see for for some threat. So here you can see that if you put the pawn to attack the knight, where the knight gonna move? If you go here, it's still okay, but your pawn structure is really strong. You can have two ideas to go with. The first one is to play f5 and starting to attack on the king side. As I said earlier, I want to attack on the king side, so that's why f4 and f5 may be important in the future. And maybe if f4, you can plan some things just like e5, break the center off and swap the plan to play, and you go for the center of the game. Sorry, the center of the board. So I push f5 and on knight g6, and that's the reason why I did not push f5 anymore, because you have to see that if I play f5, where my opponent gonna go? Because look at this position, my pawn on f4 is really important to keep the knight away from the e5 square. So that's why if I push to f5, meanwhile that is the knight can go to this square, and the game turn around, turn back to equal position. So that's why my pawn blocked the bishop away, but in contrast, it gave the square for the knight to go to the center of the board. Oh, look at this knight diagonal. Okay, back to the game. He played knight to g6, and now I see that okay. So I cannot go for the kingside attack because I don't have any process here. I cannot push anything, so I swap the plan here. I did I did not want to go for the kingside attack anymore. So because the knight, two knight are protect his king, so it's really hard to go for the kingside attack. So I scrap the plan to go for the center of the board. So firstly, I play queen to f3. Why is play queen to f3? Because I want to slide my rook into the d1 square to stay in the same column with his queen. So that's why I can open the center off with the confidence. So he played queen to c7. Oh, sorry. He played c5. So this move, my opponent have to play earlier. Now he did that. It's still okay, right? So he attacked my knight. And now look at the board. Where my knight wanna go? My knight can go here, but out of question, and then s6. Where my knight gonna go? It's gonna go here, gonna go here. It's go here, so passive. And it's gonna go here, and I just that's lot. You play knight here, just move this guy, and I have to play here, and then b5 just dead lot. Because b5, why just dead lot? Because he's trying to go c4, sharp my bishop, and also try to go b4, which double attack my knight. So that's why. If I go here, she gonna trade the bishop, and my pawn structure is double, which is not good for me. So I play the only move that knight to e2. Here bishop to e6 offer to trade my bishop, which is pushing the pressure on the king side. So now ask the question, do I want to trade the bishop? Because in the game, you have to think that if your trade is not if the trade is not necessary, then don't make it. Don't make it. Because it's not necessary. So ask the question, do I want to trade the bishop? Or do I want him to take my bishop? So that's why. If I take his bishop, the pawn gonna take back. And my opponent has the potential to go for d5. Counterplay on the center. So that is not good for me. He have 3 pawns on the center of the board, which is really strong. I only have 1. That's why. I did not trade. Instead of that, I play rook to d1. As my plan to go for queen f3, rook d1 is to slide up the rook with the same column with the queen. He played bishop take b3. I took back with my pawn. And now he played queen to e8. Which move, I don't think this is a good move actually, because you can find a really good square. You don't have to play like that. You can have many square, just like that. It could be better, and try to play like that, which is not because of this move. But I think this is gonna be better, because queen here, and now you block the rook. You block your rook in the corner of the board. That's why. So now I play the move e5, which is a mistake, because I gave up a pawn. Because I think that I gave up a pawn here, and then I can slide my queen here and this is double attack. This is just my idea. And now I play queen d3. This is a miss, because I better to take the pawn here and allow rook here. Okay. I can still take on the a7 square, but now his pieces are really active. He can go to c6 and attack my queen, so my queen is passive. I win a pawn, but my queen is passive, and on his active. So that's why I did not go for that idea. Instead of that, I want my pieces to be active. So that's why I play queen to g3. Now it is a double attack. I'm trying to take the pawn on the s6 square, and also trying to take the knight on the e5 square. And they play knight to g6, knight to g6, stop on the threat here. So now I play knight to f4, go off with my knight. So I want to bring all my pieces active to the board. So stop here and analyze the board a little bit, because now my rook have open file, my rook have an open file, my queen is, putting pressure on his king, and my bishop is strong, my knight is so strong, so that's why I want to activate the pieces. Knight take f4, and took by queen my bishop, and now knight to h5, the double attack on the bishop and the queen. I go for queen e3, I take back with the rook, and now he play bishop g5, he's a skewer, and take the queen, he take back, and now I play a mistake here, this is rook to c4. The reason why it is a mistake, because my opponent have rook to d8, which he actually played in the game. And now I down a pawn, but I have to play the knight versus the bishop. That's why I'm fully losing here. So now I'm down material. Do I got to trade the pieces? No. So that's why I play rook to a1, attack the pawn. He play a6 to defend the pawn. Now look like I can take the pawn on e5, c5, but I cannot because of bishop to e3 is the 4. So I play knight to e4, attack the bishop, and he play bishop e3 check, and now I play king a2. Now he play rook to d5, which is a miss, because is this what is he want to go with the move. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see the move? It is b5, and my rook is trapped. If I go here, and he just take my knight for free. So I don't have any square to run my rook, and still will take my knight. That's why this is a mistake knight here. But the opponent did not see the move b5. So he play rook to d5, and now I go for rook e1, attacking the bishop. He play bishop to f4, I go to g3, and now there's only one move for black to defend my tactic in the game. So do you guys see the tactic here? My tactic is to play knight to f3. Oh, sorry, knight to f6, sacrificing the knight, and then take the rook on e8. It is only one move, and this is bishop to e5. Stop everything. If I go here, just take with the pawn. But my opponent did not see the move. Instead of that, like bishop to d2, we turn the game around, and now I got my advantage. And I immediately play knight to f6, sacrificing the knight to open the rook to take his rook. He take my knight, I take his rook with check, king g7, rook to g4, now rook g5. So if I take here and the pawn take back, and his pawn is no longer double. So that's why I go for rook to e4. He play bishop to c1, attack my weak pawn on b2. I take his rook, he take with the pawn, and now I play rook to c4, attack his pawn, bishop to e3 to defend it, king to g2, and now he play b5 to attack my rook. I go for rook e4, attack the bishop, and the bishop c1, attack my pawn at b2, and now I go for b4, which is a little trick here. And if he take like that, I just take with my rook and defend the pawn. If you just take the pawn and just take like that, and I have a pass pawn here, and he cannot stop it. Let's go like here, I just sacrifice my rook, and then put a c6, and this game over. Game over, that's why. And this move is really tricky. And now he play c4, which is, I wanted to play c4. And now I have b3. And I can protect my pawn. So this is my trick. I want him to play this move, and I can put the pawn, and now he cannot take my pawn. This is the trick. It's really tricky, guy. Okay, he plays c take b3. I take back with my pawn. Now play bishop here, putting pressure on the pawn. Now go for king here. Just go here, attack my rook. I slide my rook to d4, attack the bishop. Bishop come here. Now I don't have any square to go with my rook to defend the pawn, so I play rook to d6, attacking this pawn back. He take, I take back. Bishop here. I just hide my king here, and he puts a pawn. Okay, now this is protecting each other so that I cannot take any pieces here. So I play rook to a5, attacking this pawn. King comes in, I slide my king in. Okay, so let's go to the end game faster. So I just not talk anymore, so I just go here. At this point, I go for g4, which is ideal to make him play this move. And now my idea is to slide my rook here to put in pressure, but actually do nothing because bishop here. You know, that lock my rook in the prison. I play king here, and now I'm trying to sacrifice my rook here. Oh no, I can't. Oh, sorry. So I go here with the idea to run here, attack the pawn, and he have to move the bishop to defend the pawn, and thus my rook can move again. This is my idea. It's so simple. So the king move, I just walk my king. The bishop comes out. I walk my king here, and now I can move my rook. Go here, and now I take the pawn. So I'm really scared here because now this is the threat. If I take with the king, and it's f3 and I lost again. I cannot stop anything. Play rook to c5, you're gonna push the pawn. No, you're gonna play bishop to d6. Oh, okay. I lost that. So I think a little bit here, and then I decide to take with the rook because after f3, I got my king in with the move king to d3. And now, if you study about chess endgame, you have to know that if the king move into the box and he can stop the pawn. So this is the pawn, the box. And now my king can stop the pawn. So that's why. f2 and I will play king here. Bishop to protect the pawn. I just slide my rook in, check, go here, I just play here, putting pressure on the bishop. Bishop move, and I'll just go here. Go here, I take the pawn, go here, I protect my pawn, and I just go here. I just hide my king here. Okay, I go my king here, and it stops the pawn, so my rook can move. Go here, which is inactive move, because now, before end the game. How do you stop this pawn? How do you stop this pawn? The bishop is have to stay here forever, cannot go here, right? Cannot move here, cannot jump into the pawn here. So that's why this is game over. Just like that, and my opponent resign. This is the end of the game. I was so happy that I came back to 2000 ELO on chess.com. After, after 2 weeks, fall back to 1900, and I came back to 2000. So if you guys like my video, please follow my channel, and I will teach you how to improve chess, how to improve a chess. So goodbye, and see you in the next video.